Hello everyone, and welcome back to Echoes of Africa. In our last discussion, we started a very important and sometimes difficult conversation. The economics of the diaspora. Why some people don't want you to return. We touched on the initial shockwaves your return can send through a family's financial ecosystem. Today, we're diving deeper into the more subtle, yet powerful forces at play. Let's talk about the second reason, what I call the emotional economics. Think about it. The moment you successfully moved abroad, you didn't just become a son, a daughter, a cousin, or a friend. You became something more. You became the embodiment of hope for everyone back home. Your success wasn't just your own. It was celebrated, and it was relied upon. You became the living, breathing proof that a better life was possible. But here's the tough question. You became the hope of everyone, but who carries your hope? Every time you send money for school fees, for a medical bill, for rent, or just to help out, you're not just sending currency, you are sending stability. You are sending security. You are, in effect, funding their dreams. Each transfer emotionally ties their future, their sense of safety, to your continued success abroad. Your life, whether you realize it or not, starts being measured by a different metric. It's no longer about your personal growth, your happiness, or your struggles. It becomes about what you can provide, what you can send back. The conversations shift. How are you? Can sometimes feel like a preamble to "can you help with?" And this isn't necessarily malicious. It's a reality born from disparity. They see your life through the lens of the opportunities they believe you have, opportunities they themselves lack. So, imagine what happens when you start talking about coming home. To you, it's about reconnecting with your roots, finding your peace, or starting a new chapter. But to them, it can sound like an alarm bell. It can sound like you're threatening to turn off the life support. The future they've built, propped up by your remittances, suddenly feels shaky. The school fees, the business plans, the daily bread, it all feels at risk. This is where love gets complicated and turns into pressure. Te Laoju, of course they do. You are their blood, their kin. But they also deeply fear losing the comfort that your struggle, your sacrifice, proved this team. It's a painful paradox. Your absence is their security blanket. Your return, in their eyes, is pulling that blanket away, leaving them exposed to the cold, harsh realities they were hoping to escape through you. And so, their love becomes entangled with a desperate need for you to stay right where you are. They might not say it directly. It might come out as, "Are you sure? It's so difficult here," or "Why would you leave all that behind?" What they are really saying is, "Please don't take our hope away." It's a heavy burden to carry, being someone else's dream. Now, let's zoom out from the family unit and look at the bigger picture. This brings us to our third point, the national dependence. It's not just your family that has a vested interest in you staying abroad. Even the national economy counts on your absence. This is a staggering thought, but the numbers don't lie. For many governments across the continent, the money sent home by the diaspora is a critical lifeline, often exceeding the amount received in foreign aid from other countries. This isn't just abstract economic data. Remittances are what fund the real, on-the-ground economy. Let's break it down. That money you send builds houses, creating jobs for local laborers. It pays school fees, keeping the education system afloat. It buys groceries at the local market, fuel at the filling station, and pays for a ride on a boda or inamat. It is the silent, consistent engine that keeps things running, especially when official systems and infrastructures are weak or failing. Diaspora money is predictable. It's direct, and it goes straight to the people who need it. It bypasses the bureaucracy and corruption that can often siphon off foreign aid. It's the lifeblood that flows through the veins of communities, from the biggest cities to the most remote villages. So, from a purely political and economic standpoint, every single citizen who returns from the diaspora represents a potential loss of inflow. You are, quite literally, seen as more valuable to your country's balance sheet while you are abroad than you are at home. It's a cold, hard calculation. A doctor working in London or Houston, sending back a few $100s a month, might be contributing more to the GDP through remittances than if they were working in a local hospital for a fraction of the pay. This is a fundamental reason why you often see so little genuine, structural support for returnees. Why would a government actively encourage the return of its golden geese? There might be talk, there might be conferences, there might be departments for diaspora affairs, but the underlying economic incentive is for you to stay put. The system is designed around your absence. To welcome you back would require a fundamental shift in economic strategy, one that many are not prepared or willing to make. You are an asset, but an asset that is most profitable when kept at a distance. So when you feel that resistance, that lack of a clear path home, remember, it's not just personal, it's structural. It's economic. You pushing against a tide that includes not only your family's fears, but also your nation's economic dependency. We'll explore more of these complex layers in our next episode. Thank you for joining this vital conversation. If this resonates with you, please share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next part of our series. See you next time.